You hear someone say, "I think you're wrong." Almost instantly, something changes inside you. Your heart beats a little faster. Your thoughts speed up. Before you've even finished listening, you're already preparing your response. You don't stop to ask whether they might have a point. Instead, your mind starts searching for reasons they're mistaken. It doesn't feel like they're questioning an idea. It feels like they're questioning you. The strange part is that this happens even over small things. It could be a movie, a sports team, a political opinion, or the best way to do a simple task. The topic hardly matters. What matters is that your brain suddenly feels the need to defend itself. You aren't trying to discover the truth anymore. You're trying to avoid the uncomfortable feeling of being wrong. As they continue explaining their point, you aren't fully listening. You're waiting for an opening. Every sentence they speak becomes another sentence you're preparing to challenge. When they finish, you already have a list of reasons why your position still makes sense. Even if one of your arguments falls apart, another quickly takes its place. Winning becomes more important than understanding. Your brain is doing exactly what it was designed to do. It wants to protect you. The problem is that it often can't tell the difference between protecting your body and protecting your ego. A disagreement feels like a threat, so your mind reacts as if it needs to defend itself. Instead of asking, "What can I learn?" it asks, "How can I stay right?" Over time, your opinions become more than opinions. They become part of your identity. Maybe you see yourself as someone who makes smart decisions. Maybe you believe you're knowledgeable about money, business, relationships, or technology. The more you repeat those beliefs, the more they become part of who you think you are. Now, changing your mind no longer feels like updating information. It feels like losing a piece of yourself. That's why admitting you're wrong can feel surprisingly painful. Two ideas begin fighting inside your mind. One says, "I'm intelligent." The other says, "I made a mistake." Holding both ideas at once creates discomfort. Your brain wants that discomfort to disappear as quickly as possible. The easiest solution isn't changing your belief. It's protecting it. So your mind starts using clever tricks. You remember the articles that agree with you and forget the ones that don't. You focus on one exception instead of the overall pattern. If the evidence becomes too strong, you quietly change the definition of your original argument. Sometimes you tell yourself, "That's not what I meant." Other times, you blame bad circumstances instead of accepting that your conclusion was flawed. None of this usually feels dishonest. It feels natural because your brain is trying to reduce discomfort. The longer you've believed something, the harder it becomes to let it go. Imagine defending the same opinion for years. You've argued for it with friends, posted about it online, maybe even built part of your reputation around it. If you admit you're wrong today, it can feel like all those years were wasted. So instead of abandoning the belief, you protect the investment you've already made. It becomes even harder when other people are watching. Being wrong in private is uncomfortable. Being wrong in front of an audience feels embarrassing. Pride joins the conversation. Suddenly, it isn't just about facts anymore. It's about reputation. You don't want to look foolish, so you defend your position even more aggressively. Ironically, the more people watch, the less likely you are to change your mind. The cost of this habit is larger than most people realize. Conversations turn into competitions. Relationships become strained because every disagreement feels like a battle to win. At work, good ideas get ignored because they came from someone else. In everyday life, you stop collecting new knowledge because you're too busy protecting old beliefs. Growth slows down, not because information isn't available, but because your ego refuses to make room for it. The people who learn the fastest often share one unusual trait. They don't enjoy being wrong, but they aren't afraid of it either. They understand that every mistake is simply outdated information being replaced with something better. They don't see changing their mind as losing. They see it as improving. Imagine approaching every disagreement with one simple question, instead of a prepared defense. What if there's something here I haven't considered? That single question changes everything. It transforms an argument into an opportunity. It replaces certainty with curiosity. It allows your beliefs to evolve instead of becoming trapped in the past. Being wrong has never been the real problem. The real problem is believing that being wrong says something permanent about who you are. It doesn't. It only says that until this moment, your understanding was incomplete. That's true for everyone. The strongest version of yourself isn't the one who never makes mistakes. It's the one who doesn't need to protect every opinion as if it's part of their identity. The moment you stop treating disagreement as a personal attack, your mind becomes free to learn again. And that's when being wrong quietly becomes one of the fastest ways to become wiser.